All right. So I want to get into this team. Big time. This will help you out tremendously as far as I'm concerned. Moving forward, watching, especially in that 1 minute time frame or any time frame you're in, but for that candle confirmation, whether you're looking for breakouts, you're looking for areas of essentially the shorts, you're looking for the shorter. You need this confirmation from the candle, right? So this is what I want to get over and dive into today is candlestick confirmation. Just real quick, like VWAP, and you can even tell this is, I mean, somewhat of a poor example, but it does show you even when this kind of sneaks up and down the VWAP, what we're looking for, right? Closing below the VWAP, what we maintain, we do not push above because we need to open and close above and push like we did here, right? When we open and close above and we actually push, we need to push when we break out too as well, team. We don't want to just, say hover on an area, or even like this, we don't want to hover on an area. We want to push, for breakouts, team. We don't want this to just move to 5.5. As in, what do we see most times when, say, it breaks the VWAP at 5-ish area and we only move up 25-ish cents at most? I didn't say 5.5, but 5.25, right? Maybe it was sitting 5.40-ish on those upper shadows, but the body of those candles are only from around 5.15 to 5.25. We do get the bounce, as I would say, hey, it held enough to probably typically get your bounce off of it. But it's a super small bounce, most likely 10, 20 cents at most, somewhere in that range, depending on where you got in and out at. We want these to push, but the main thing you're looking for is what? Candle confirmation, which is when you actually close and open above. Close and open above for the breakout. Close and open below for the short, right? So whether you're looking at the VWAP and you're looking for something to break out, I'll get into more here. You're looking at, which I'll get into down, like trend lines especially. I love this yesterday. Here's AMD. Just easy examples. We on trend line cracks, team, in the 1 minute time frame especially, when we crack outside, when we close outside of the trend line and we open outside of the trend line, that is your confirmation. Look at your entry price, which you could have had right there, right? It's called 109.50, right all the way down to 108, right? Beautiful, beautiful. Now, what I didn't do here, which I'll get into, is the downtrend break, right? We'll get into the downtrends in a minute where you have to get out of those. We're just doing trend lines for now. But again, look at this. Beautiful, right? Look at that. Crack below, and that's fine that you're not in right at the top of the trend line. That's why in a 1 minute time, because imagine, team, this in a 2 minute time frame. This is now closing and opening down here. In a 3 minute, or say let's go a 5 minute time frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minute time frame. We're now closing down here and opening down. You see what I'm saying? That's why in a 1 minute time frame, you're going to get your highest and your best entry, and your confirmation is now made. That's why I want you to be in a 1 minute time frame. Because in a 2 minute, you could be here when it closed and opened, right? You would have been right here. 3 minute would have been here, which is still the same place. But in a 5 minute, boop, boop, now we're down here. And do you want to be down here for entry, or would you rather be up here for entry? I'm pretty sure most traders pick the top one. And so that's why I'm in a 1 minute time frame. But again, confirmation, closed outside, opened outside. Whammy, 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 bang-a-rang, all you want to. This is exactly the confirmation you want. Again, even if you wanted to wait for this candle, here we could have went closed outside, open outside. Could have went here, closed outside, open outside. Which one you wanted to go with, that's up to you. But look, we didn't go with the lower shadow, right? We're not going with these shadows. We don't want to go with those. We don't go with shadows, team. We go with this actually closing, closing and opening, closing and opening, closing and opening outside of that said area. So trend lines in this case, right? Look at the confirmation. Look at the beautiful cracks. I mean, I could have done another one. I forgot to add one right here. Look at this little trend line I could have added in right there. And this probably would have been, probably been right here. Closed, open, outside. You would have been entered in right here, right? Confirmation. Closed outside, open outside. That's what we're looking for. Beautiful, team. So let's go to even, of course, the next one, downtrends, right? So when, of course, if at most to get out of your short if you wanted to at the very low area. But, of course, then to go long. Closed outside, open outside. Closed outside, open outside of the downtrend. Right on up we go. Does that not make sense? Do you see the same areas I'm looking at as well, team? That's what we're looking for. That's exactly what you're looking for. I know this helped out a lot of traders in chat. I forgot who's all hit me up. Not a few. It's not like I've had like 30 people hit me up, but I know I've had like 5 or 10 people hit me up and say, hey, this candlestick confirmation, this waiting for candles to close and open outside of areas has helped me out so much. And so I've been wanting to finish off this lesson and really just dive into it. Not that it has to be that long. It's really simple to get into. But in a 1 minute time frame, you're essentially just waiting for whatever you're looking at. Whether it's a VWAP for a break, an area of resistance that's one of those flat top shelves, and you're waiting for it to get above it. Whether it's a shelf on the bottom side and you're wanting to go below it, a trend line, whatever you're looking for, you want it to on the upper side, get above, close and open above and push. On the bottom side, close and open below and drop, right? And usually most times you're getting that 100%. I would say, now, of course, I hate saying 100%, but I'd say technically, right? When I'm looking at and draw my lines in, I would say 70% of the time, when you put your lines in correctly, you close and open outside your areas that you're looking for, it runs in the direction you want it to run in. So again, close outside, open outside for the downtrends up. So let's go into just, again, my shelves, right? OSCK from the other day. Look at this beautiful shelf. Now, a little bit kind of wonky. I will give it that. I meant to put this. This is from the other day. Remember, you can tell I took a screenshot. This is from the other day. Well, this is when I meant to put this down. Remember, I meant to put this down a little bit further. You can tell that's where the true crack was. But even if so, even in the end, luckily, because the open and close, or the close and open came, well below it, you were good to go. And then you can tell confirmation why it keeps filling in those areas. I was in on this short. Actually, this is one of the shorts I was actually technically in. That's why I like showing this one. Then the secondary short say, hey, if it cracks this next shelf, we're ready to rock and roll here. If this cracks this next one, you can tell. And again, close and open outside. Woof. I'm telling you, team, confirmation. Wait. Because I do it every once in a while. I'll get in on these lower shadows and like, oh, I did not wait for the candle to close. What am I doing, AK? I preach this all day, every day. And I do it, like I said, once a month, probably twice a month, once every 2 weeks or so. I'll probably do it twice a month or so. I'll go, AK, what are you doing, bro? Bro, what are you doing? Josh, stop. You should have waited confirmation, close and open outside. You're golden in. Because even here, I'm going to get in this, like, okay, it's not dropping right away. I think it was Austin Trader. Austin Trader, I believe this is the one we got into. And I was like, okay, come on here, come on. And did this to us. And I was like, I'll give it to the VWAP. And then, or maybe it was our City 1. Maybe I forgot who it was. I got into this one. And then, boof. And maybe Trader 1. I forgot who I got into the short on with this one. But I know I traded this and it came up and like, we're good. Because why? We're going to do what I teach and preach and say, hey, we're going to wait to see if this closes and opens outside of this line. And if it does, we'll start scaling out the next area to fully start scaling out if it closes and opens outside the VWAP. Well, I didn't have to worry about that at all. It was pretty much a fake out breakout. It started looking like it was going to do something. I was like, hold on, we're here. Hold on, we're good. We're good. And then just like I wanted, fake out breakout. And sure enough, woof, right on back down, cracked that area. And we were golden, pony boy. And then we formed another one. Like, and I was like, oh boy, we cracked this one. Here we go again. And then we cracked it. These are kind of from old past art history, from other lessons that I kind of did pull up. But the same thing. This kind of just comes back to areas to break out of, right? So same with the VWAP. When this is when I talk about pushing. Look when we open and close above. We did open and close above, but did we push? No, we pushed like 5, 7, 10 cents maybe, right? Whatever, nothing much at all. We want to open and close above and push, right? Open and close above and push. Now, if we sometimes do see, like the short a second ago, we'll see, hey, it's above or below that area. Let's give it a little time. And you have to wait for it to give it. Sometimes it doesn't push right away, but you need it to, or crack right away, but you need it to. You want, right? That's what you're in it for. So if it doesn't, the longer it starts doing that and testing and not fully going in the area you want it to go to, that's when you really want to be honing in on it and going, hey, what you should be doing already, but really keeping your eye on it going, hey, if this starts, this could crack, this could go the other, or if you're going long, like, hey, like as in, hey, this could, if this was holding, say, a little longer, hey, this could crack. I need to pay attention to it. This could come down soon. Hey, this could pop soon. I need to get out of this short. If this pops, I'm going to keep my eye on. It's not really, it's cracked. It's showing it's below it. A lot of resistance there, right? I need it to fully pull down though. Same thing here. I need it to fully push. So that you got it eventually, right? But that's what we're waiting for. And it kind of did it there. Boom. Okay, we're not really pushing yet. And then boom. Then we push and we know we're good, and now we can start taking some profits into the upper shadow resistance area from before, right? And so I want to show you what kind of opening close, like here, and then it shows you where, hey, fails. We're not getting in. Oh, it's breaking the hate. I don't mean to say hate. I just, when people say it's breaking the VWAP, and I'm like, no, it's testing the VWAP. It's not breaking the VWAP yet, because they'll see the price at say, say the VWAP's at 260. They'll see the price and the action, because it is above it technically at the time. It's say 261 or 2, and I'm like, that's testing the VWAP. We have not fully broken the VWAP. This is fully breaking the VWAP. This is fully breaking the VWAP, right? Closing and opening candles and then holding and then this is fully breaking the VWAP. Same thing here, right? Opening, closing candles above, testing it, that's fine, but opening, closing candles above it, not upper shadowing at it. And sometimes those overshadows are a lot bigger on those areas too, but that's why we say open and close above it, hold and push. And don't worry about the turn, the shipper start. Don't worry about this, like, or the AKR. This is just from an old lesson, so don't worry about the writing on it. I just had a screenshot to show you good examples. U-shaped breakouts, right? Here's another good example. Fail. We did not really open and close below or above this. Technically, yes, this closed above it, but I mean, come on. This is more what we're looking at for right there, right? And so now this is still not the best of examples because I hated the shipper move, but it's one I just instantly ran into. Because a lot of times when you break the VWAP, we end up holding it and it kind of pushes on. And of course that's what you want, especially when it does push a good 30, 40 cents above the VWAP. Most times you do, like which we did here, we push about 40 cents above it. We hold it. Of course, this is shippers. This was a mob shifting lesson that it was like one stock, then the next stock, then the next stock. These two ran right after the others. You can tell a mob shift. This ended right at around, I forgot what the time was, but you can tell right when this ended. I think it was like 9:15ish, 9:20. I think from all the times I've done this. You can't. The memory is ridiculous. I don't know why I remember some stuff I remember, but 9:15 and 9:20, and I know but I was not looking at the time, team. I was not looking at the time, but I think it was 9:15 and 9:20. But anyway, this was just it's kind of a poor example, but this is the example I'm trying to show you. This is a fail. This is a true final break, right? We're finally above it. I know the open and close came, whatever. It's a little higher. You still only got, you only got 20, 30 cents out of it after that. But this is a break. This is not. And that's kind of the quick little roundabout I wanted to give over the not reversal, but over the candlestick confirmation lesson, and hopefully that helps you out, team. I've been wanting to get into that, waiting for candles to close and open above is the main thing, and then of course maintaining that area and going in the direction you want it to go in. But it's closing and opening candles above that or below that area. That's your confirmation.